Welcome back to the most exciting corner of the internet where we spill all the tea and keep things real every single day. If you're just finding me today, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now because we are building something incredible here and you need to be part of this family. Today we are diving into something that has the internet in a complete frenzy, and I need to share my thoughts with you because this situation has gotten completely out of hand. There is a video circulating on social media right now that has millions upon millions of views, and it is stirring up drama that honestly should have been buried years ago. This video has been recreated at least 5 different times, and one version alone has nearly 100,000 likes. What these creators are doing is taking old clips of Selena Gomez and editing them together to paint a specific narrative about her past relationship with Justin Bieber. The wild part is that this is not some ancient video that just resurfaced. This is brand new content that people are creating right now in the present day about events that happened over a decade ago. The video starts with clips of Selena talking about how she said, "I love you" first in her relationship. There is footage of her admitting she would show up to dates early and wait in her car outside because she was nervous and really liked the person she was dating. The video shows her discussing their first date and how confused she was about whether it was actually a date or just hanging out. There are clips from old interviews where Selena joked about having a crush on Justin when they were teenagers, and she would laugh about the age difference, calling herself a cougar, even though she was only 2 years older. The compilation includes moments where Selena talked about performing at the Houston rodeo on the same night as Justin and joking about baby names during interviews. There are clips showing the awkwardness of their relationship timeline and how it affected other people in their circle. The video pulls in footage from various interviews spanning different years, all carefully edited to suggest that Selena was somehow the problem or the one who was overly invested in the relationship. The comment section under these videos is absolutely brutal, with people leaving hateful remarks and making cruel jokes about situations that happened when these were just kids figuring out their first serious relationship. Here is what I need everyone to understand about this entire situation. Justin and Selena broke up years and years ago. This relationship ended so long ago that both of them have completely moved on with their lives. Justin is married to Hailey, and they now have a child together. Selena is married to Benny Blanco, and she has built an empire, becoming a billionaire and focusing on her various business ventures. Yet somehow people are still obsessed with dissecting every moment of a teenage relationship that ended ages ago. The thing that really gets me is how people approach this topic depending on which celebrity they support. If you are a Justin fan, you automatically blame Selena for everything that went wrong. If you are a Selena fan, you point the finger at Justin for all the toxicity. But here is the reality that everyone seems to miss. If you truly support Justin, then constantly bringing up Selena and their past relationship is actually disrespectful to his current wife, Hailey. You are essentially telling Hailey that she will never measure up to this past relationship that people refuse to let go of. You are creating drama and tension in their marriage by refusing to move forward. The same logic applies to Selena supporters. If you genuinely care about Selena and want her to be happy, then why are you still dragging her back to a relationship that clearly was not healthy for her? She has moved on and found happiness with Benny. She is thriving in her career and her personal life. By continuing to bring up Justin, you are essentially saying that you do not believe she deserves her current happiness or that her past somehow defines her present. That is not support. That is keeping someone trapped in a narrative they have worked hard to escape from. What people need to realize is that if you are still obsessing over this relationship, you are not actually a fan of either person. You are just someone who enjoys creating and consuming drama. Real fans would respect the fact that both Justin and Selena have moved on and would celebrate their current happiness instead of constantly dragging them back to their past. Real fans would understand that bringing up old relationship drama does nothing but cause pain and create unnecessary tension in their current lives. The level of hatred in the comment sections of these videos is absolutely shocking. People are making vicious personal attacks and cruel jokes about things that happened when these were just teenagers trying to navigate their first serious relationship in the public eye. Nobody talks about the fact that they were kids dealing with immense pressure and scrutiny that most people will never experience. Nobody acknowledges that relationships end and people grow and change, and that is completely normal. Instead, people dissect every interview, every social media post, every public appearance looking for evidence to support whatever narrative they have already decided is true. One of the most disturbing aspects of this whole situation is how some people use serious health issues as ammunition for their hatred. There are individuals who make jokes about Selena health struggles simply because they support Justin and Hailey. That crosses every line imaginable. Making fun of someone's chronic illness is not fandom. That is just cruelty. It shows that some people have lost all sense of humanity and decency in their obsession with celebrity drama. The same cruelty exists on the other side as well. Some Selena fans have been incredibly harsh toward Hailey, attacking her appearance, her personality, and her relationship with Justin. They refuse to acknowledge that Hailey is a human being who deserves respect regardless of who she married. They create elaborate theories about how Justin still loves Selena and how Hailey was somehow a homewrecker even though Justin and Selena had broken up long before he got together with Hailey. This kind of behavior is toxic, and it helps nobody. What I find particularly frustrating is that people are creating this content and spreading these narratives about events that happened years ago, as if they are breaking news. There is nothing new to discuss about this relationship. It ended. Both parties have moved on. They are living completely separate lives with different partners. Yet creators are being paid to make videos that mock and ridicule these individuals for things they said and did when they were teenagers. Some creators have even admitted that they were offered money to participate in trends that make fun of Hailey or to create content that paints Selena in a negative light. Think about this from a human perspective for just a moment. Imagine if strangers on the internet were still obsessing over your first serious relationship from over a decade ago. Imagine if people were analyzing every word you said, every action you took, every mistake you made during that relationship, and using it to paint you as a villain or a victim. Imagine if people were creating videos with millions of views dissecting your teenage romance and making judgments about who you were as a person based on how you acted when you were young and figuring out love for the first time. That would be exhausting and invasive and deeply unfair. The reality is that Justin and Selena were young when they got together. They were thrust into a relationship that played out on a global stage with millions of people watching and judging their every move. They made mistakes because that is what young people do when they are learning about relationships. They hurt each other at times because relationships can be messy, especially when you are dealing with fame and pressure and constant scrutiny. But they also had genuine feelings for each other and shared experiences that mattered to them at the time. Reducing their entire relationship to who is right or who is wrong or who is more obsessed completely misses the complexity of what they went through. Both Justin and Selena have spoken about their past relationship in interviews over the years, and both have acknowledged that it was a complicated time in their lives. They have both expressed gratitude for what they learned from that relationship even as they have moved forward with their lives. They have both found new partners who they seem genuinely happy with. They are both focused on their careers, their families, and their futures. The only people who cannot seem to move on are strangers on the internet who were never part of that relationship to begin with. If you truly care about either Justin or Selena, the best thing you can do is respect their current lives and stop dragging them back to their past. Celebrate Justin's marriage and his new role as a father. Celebrate Selena's marriage to Benny and her incredible success as a businesswoman and entertainer. Talk about what they are doing now in the present instead of rehashing ancient history that serves no purpose other than to create division and spread negativity. The internet has this tendency to hold onto celebrity drama long past its expiration date. People become so invested in narratives and taking sides that they forget these are real human beings with real feelings who have moved on with their lives. Justin does not need people defending him by attacking Selena. Selena does not need people supporting her by tearing down Justin or Hailey. What they both need is for people to recognize that they are adults who have grown and changed and who deserve to live their lives without constantly being pulled back into a relationship that ended years ago. At some point, we all need to ask ourselves what we gain from participating in this kind of drama. Does it make us feel better to pick sides and attack people we do not know? Does it bring us joy to spread negativity and hatred about situations we were never part of? Or are we just feeding into a toxic cycle that benefits nobody and causes real harm to real people? I choose to focus on current events and present-day stories because there is plenty happening right now that is worth discussing without digging up decade-old relationship drama. Let this be a lesson in perspective and priorities. There are so many important things happening in the world right now. There are current events worth our attention and energy. Spending time analyzing a teenage relationship from over 10 years ago and creating hateful content about people who have clearly moved on is not productive or healthy for anyone involved. If you want to support your favorite celebrities, do it by celebrating their current achievements and respecting their present happiness, not by dragging them back to their past. I truly hope this changes how some people view this situation. I hope it makes people think twice before creating or sharing content that brings up old relationship drama for no reason other than to stir the pot. I hope it encourages people to be more thoughtful about the impact their words and actions can have on real human beings who did nothing to deserve ongoing harassment about their past. We can do better than this. We can choose kindness and respect over cruelty and obsession. Thank you so much for being here with me today and for being part of this incredible community we are building together. If you enjoyed this conversation, make sure you subscribe so you never miss another video because we have so much more to talk about and I want you here for all of it. Drop your thoughts in the comments below and let me know if this changed your perspective at all. I will see you in the next one.